Welcome everyone to our live coverage of this friendly international between the World Cup semi-finalists Morocco and Brazil, coming live from Tangiers as the North Africans play in front of their own crowd, in front of their own people for the first time since their stellar performance in Qatar. And Brazil begin the rebuilding process of life without Tite in charge and preparations for the new Brazilian era. Wonderful stadium. The venue in Tangier is the Ibn Battuta Stadium. 65,000 people here for this one. And as always on these occasions, the national anthems.
المنتخب الوطني البرازيلي والمنتخب الوطني المغربي. والآن سيداتي سادتي نبدأ بالنشيد الوطني البرازيلي. Mesdames et messieurs, l'hymne national du Brésil.
I suspect the next couple of moments are going to be pretty loud. The anthem of Morocco. The Atlas Lions roaring. What an historic World Cup it was for Walid Regragui's terrific side. They took the world by surprise and then took the world by storm in Qatar, and this is their first match since that third-place match in Doha. Well, this is the starting lineup of Walid Regraoui, stuck largely with the group which brought such success in the World Cup. All this 11 played their part in Qatar, none more so perhaps than Azzedine Ounahi, the midfielder, at a terrific tournament, who has subsequently joined Marseille. The least experienced is Bilal El Khanous, wearing number 23 of Genk, who at just 18 wins only his second cap. His first cap was in that third-place match in the Khalifa Stadium against Croatia, which Morocco lost by 2-1. But of course they'd beaten Portugal, they'd beaten Spain, they'd beaten Canada, they'd beaten Belgium along the way in that historic run. The officials are from Tunisia. Sadok Selmi, the main man, and we do have the VAR assistance if required. Now, what of Brazil? Well, Ramon Menezes is Brazil's interim manager. Tite is gone. Menezes won the South American Under-20 title as their manager in January. He stepped up on a short-term basis whilst the search for a long-term replacement is underway. They begin World Cup qualifying in September. It'll have to be done by then. Gives a debut to Palmeiras striker Ronnie and Vasco midfielder Andre Santos, who's on loan at Vasco from Chelsea, and also a second cap to the Roma defender Roger Ibanez in what must be the least experienced Seleção 11 for a long time. But there is Casemiro, Eder Militao, Lucas Paqueta and Vinicius Junior. So huge excitement. Morocco have lifted themselves onto a new plane in world football. They went into the World Cup finals ranked by FIFA the 22nd best side in the world. They're now ranked by FIFA the 11th best side in the world. They finished 4th best at the World Cup. And silence will fall on this magnificent arena as the footballing world remembers the king of football, the Brazilian king, Pelé. So it's a return to action. Brazil's first game since their World Cup exit, which came at the hands of Croatia in a penalty shootout at Education City. Came prematurely from their point of view. If they didn't live up to their expectations, well, Morocco surpassed theirs and then some. Wonderful stage, excited capacity crowd, and two top teams, one of which is very much at full strength. The other, Brazil, is something of an experimental side. Sadok Selmi from Tunisia will blow his whistle, and it will be Morocco in the red shirts and green shorts to get this game underway against Brazil in the yellow jerseys, blue shorts and white socks. And off we go in this prestige international in Tangier. Achraf Hakimi plays the ball back into Naya Figueiredo and on to captain Romain Saïss. Figueiredo to Hakimi, closed down by Lucas Paqueta, found Sofiane Amrabat, who was felled, and it's a free kick to Morocco after the foul by Rodrigo. Yassine Bono is the man in goal for Morocco. It's Amrabat at the base of that midfield. Yassine Bono to avec. Here is Unahi. Hakimi. He was caught in possession, but he was fouled. It's the decision of the man from Tunisia, Alex Telles, with the foul. Hakimi is back on his feet and okay. Taken by again, taken long in the direction of Hakim Ziyech, headed out to play by Alex Telles. Thrown and taken by Hakimi. Amrabat back to the right fullback. Again to Romain Saiss. Is that a foul? It is on En-Nesyri. Brazil have barely touched the ball yet. They've touched the Moroccan men more than they've touched the ball. That's the second free kick in the home side's favour. En-Nesyri fouled. Amrabat with the free kick quickly taken to Unahi. Ziyech. Unahi. Achraf Hakimi back into Hakim Ziyech. Nicely played. Azzedine Unahi here for Morocco. Cleared away by Lucas Paqueta. Again, is there. Romain Saiss. Ziyech making a run down the near touchline. Again, decided not to use him, instead exchanging a pass with Azzedine Unahi. Goes long from Saiss. That's a really good ball to Sofiane Boufal. Boufal hitting the ground. Free kick hasn't been given. Mazraoui finds Amrabat. Now Unahi. Curled nicely away to Hakim Ziyech. Ziyech with the ball in, which is headed firmly away from inside the penalty area by Roger Ibanez. And now Brazil will look to counter. And Emerson goes to ground. It was just caught. It's going to be a free kick to Brazil. Emerson Royal. Just caught. Little touch. Good ball in that by Ziyech. And by Ibanez was good. Eder Militao. Nicely flicked onto Lucas Paqueta, but Hakimi in very quickly. Aguerd is there. Hussein Mazraoui didn't get a touch. It's a throw-in to Brazil, played by Emerson quickly. Lucas Paqueta with the forward ball. Ronnie trying to get involved for Brazil. Casemiro picks it up. There's a good pace about this game. Very good pace about the game. Ibanez to Eder Militao. Lucas Paqueta. Back to the Roma defender. Ibanez, and Eder Militao returns it back to the relatively inexperienced Ibanez, who's overhit that hugely. Easy for Yassine Bono. There he is, Walid Regraoui, Parisian-born, took over the Moroccan side only in August of last year. What an incredible 8 months it's been. Suppose that Ramon Menezes is going to get more than this one match in charge. The beating drums of the football rumour mill say that Brazil's next full-time coach might be Carlo Ancelotti. Size. Now he back into his captain, is Sofiane Boufal. Amrabat saw a little gap and went for it. And the referee blows his whistle here. It's a free kick. Nahi caught by Ronnie, the Palmeiras striker. Ronnie is not new, he might be new to the Brazilian national team, but he's 27 years old. His inclusion based on current form, he's got a goal every other game in action for Palmeiras so far this season. There's a lot of big names not included: Rafinha, Richarlison, Neymar is injured. No Gabriel Martinelli, no Gabriel Jesus. No Alisson, no Fabinho. You can tell that Roger Menezes has worked with the Brazilian under-23s because he's included a few of them in this matchday squad. Menezes with the foul. It hasn't felt like a friendly international in the first 7 minutes. High tempo, high octane, high decibel count. And a free kick to Morocco, high up the pitch in Brazilian territory. Achraf Hakimi's going to take it. Weverton in goal for Brazil. Played just a couple of minutes of the World Cup finals when he came on for Alisson in the round of 16 victory over Korea Republic. Hakim Ziyech with the curling ball in, punched away by Weverton, helped on its way. Hakimi to Yassine Bonner. Brazil throw. Eder Militao to Emerson. Casemiro. Eder Militao. Kick out by Amrabat, picked up by Ziyech, and the break is on. Boufal's away to his left-hand side. Hakim Ziyech is weaving that way. This is Sofiane Boufal. Pulled back into Ziyech. Ziyech with a shot which was charged down before it had barely left his boot. Good defending by Eder Militao, that. Played in an African Nations Cup final for Morocco, did Walid Regragui. They lost it in Tunisia back in 2004. But nothing, I guess, will surpass in his career as player or manager what he achieved at the end of 2022. Eder Militao, Roger Ibanez, Alex Telles, Vinicius Junior, probably the best player in the world in his position at the moment. The Real Madrid and Brazil, number 11 on the ball here. Back into Vinicius Junior, and he's behind Achraf Hakimi, immediately looking square to see if he could pick anybody out. Rodrigo couldn't get onto it. Very lively first 10 minutes indeed. Eder Militao. Rodrigo. Round the corner neatly into Vinicius Junior, back into Rodrigo. Romain Saiz scampering across, and he's seen it behind. It's going to be a corner kick to Brazil, though. Is played short to Lucas Paqueta and picked off by Hakim Ziyech. Boufal, Ziyech was knocked over as Morocco looked to counter. Hakimi is saying, is that not a yellow card? Good touch by Weverton now. 35 years old now, part of the Brazil gold medal winning Olympic squad from 2016 when they broke their duck in the Olympic Games. Romain Saiz. Confirmation of your starting lineups. Sofiane Amrabat. Unahi. Ziyech. Nicely done. Hakimi in Nesiri in the middle, but Moroccan forwards were outnumbered about 2-1. Avec. Unahi just beaten to it. One back by Masraoui. Collected by Eder Militao. Neither side able to keep the ball for more than a touch or two at the moment. It's an Aguerd header, which goes to Lucas Paqueta. Vinicius Junior, that was a lovely ball. Well blocked by Romain Saiz. Not done yet, Brazil. Lucas Paqueta forward. Great ball, and the chance is missed. Well, Yassine Bono came out, and Ronnie had the opportunity. It's quite a hefty collision, actually, between goalkeeper and striker. It's a great recovering intervention from Romain Saiz here to make it difficult for Ronnie, but in all truth, he's blazed it badly. Lovely ball into him, whether he was on or offside, it was very, very close. Didn't matter in the end, it's a goal kick. Yassine Bono with the clearance from Morocco. Paqueta immediately into Vinicius Junior. Masraoui has missed that, and Emerson goes down. He got himself inside the penalty area, and no sooner had he got inside the box than he fell to the turf, which was just a little bit too suspicious for the referee from Tunisia to buy. Aguerd. Ziyech around the corner. That'll be a free kick to Morocco for the foul on Azzedine Unahi. Good decision by the referee. He would have been quite within his rights to give a yellow card to Emerson. It was clearly a dive. Masraoui. Casemiro forward. Casemiro now under a bit of pressure and going to ground, as there was some contact from Boufal. Casemiro for Brazil. Ibanez. Lucas Paqueta trying to pick up the pace of that one-touch Brazilian passing. Amrabat's forward ball is picked off, and Brazil will build with Vinicius Junior. They're doubling up on him again, and Achraf Hakimi, Lucas Paqueta. Strong header by Romain Saiz. Emerson, Eder Militao. It's been a really good start to the game. Brazil have found their feet after a slightly shaky start, or at least a start in the first 4 or 5 minutes when they had very little of the ball. Eder Militao, Casemiro, awkward bounce, it's Telles. Achraf Hakimi, he's going to take this throw in, having a little word with Ziyech. Nicely done. And then Hakimi running back into Unahi, didn't realise he was there. They were clogging up each other's space, and it's a throw into Brazil as a result. Again. It's Rawi. Hakimi. Unai for Ziyech. Hakimi, Ziyech. Unahi, well played. Unahi's little ball is a cute one. En-Nesyri is onto it. Really well played this. Unahi again. El Kanous, Ziyech. Mazraoui just about wrestled away from Lucay Mazraoui, and now the space because Mazraoui, the left back's out of position. Emerson has fed the ball into Rodrigo. Casemiro, as the red shirts, got quickly back into position. Lucas Paqueta for Alex Telles. The shot from Casemiro didn't come off. Unahi couldn't run away with it. Casemiro retrieves the ball for Brazil. Amrabat with a strong challenge on Rodrigo, and the referee says there's no advantage. That's a free kick to Brazil. Vinicius Junior. Lucas Paqueta for Casemiro. Rodrigo couldn't keep the ball and keep on his feet. Sofian Amrabat. El Kanous, a little bit of room here for Boufal. The transfer was a little bit obvious into En-Nesyri from Boufal. Eder Militao. Emerson. Rodrigo. Lucas Paqueta. Hakimi, coolly done. Again. El Kanous. Oh, nicely played by the youngster. Ziyech trying to spin it away to Sofian Boufal. Cut out comfortably by Emerson. Paqueta, who's often the man who changes the pace of the Brazilian rhythm from slow to quick. Rodrigo into Vinicius Junior. Hakimi is there because Paqueta lets Vinicius Junior deal with it. Curling ball is a good one into Emerson. Dufal with a challenge. Mazraoui's there too, and they've taken it away from Emerson. Here is Sofiane Dufal. And now Romain Saiz. Ibanez. That's a good run and a good looking ball. Well, he just needed the pitch to be about 5 meters longer. For Morocco. Yassine Bono missed the World Cup game against Belgium, you may remember. So he was taken ill after the anthems, called a few people out, realised that he'd been replaced. Amrabat here, getting in a little spot of bother. Referee allows play to go on, and Dufal charges forward for Morocco, and then sends the ball away to Achraf Hakimi, who just chests it onto Ziyech. Ziyech looking for Dufal, he's got some room away from Emerson and puts the shot just wide. Oh, it's a lovely effort, Mazraoui on the end of it. It's a great ball from Hakim Ziyech. Mazraoui forward from left back. Lovely little chest off and a turn away from Emerson to find space. Mazraoui's shot was not far away. Everton was scrabbling a bit. Noussair Mazraoui just wide. Don't forget, dealing with it well. Bono has given the ball away, and Brazil are in here. Bono with the block and the save. What an enormous let-off for the goalkeeper, Yassine Bono. Very lucky to get away with that. Azzedine Ounahi here from Morocco. The game's opening up now. Ziyech. Free kick Morocco. Casemiro's just kicked the ball away from that free kick, which just goes to show you that none of the players, there's not a player on the pitch that is not treating this like everything depended upon it. Casemiro was so furious with the referee's decision that he kicked the ball away. Vinicius Junior has got himself involved. The referee from Tunisia is speaking to him. Alex Telles blocked off Ziyech. Referee blew his whistle. Now here's the let-off. Goodness me, they're lucky to get away with this. I suppose you could say it's a decent save by goalkeeper Yassine Bono in the end, but only because he made a hash of his clearance in the first place. Meantime, Morocco have a free kick, and Ziyech has a little twinkle in his eye. Hakim Ziyech with the ball into the penalty area, Everton with the punch. Emerson. Very, very even possession. Vinicius Junior running in behind. Yassine Bono's lost that, and Vinicius scores for Brazil. Well, they're going to check for offside here. It's another Moroccan defensive mix-up, and the video system referee is checking this to see whether Vinicius' goal is going to count or not. Looks offside there. The header from Hakimi, Bono had come for it, got in the right mess. Vinicius put the ball in the net. The flag was up, and I think correctly so, as the ball was played over the top of the Moroccan defence in the first place. Vinicius Junior looked offside. Unlucky. Still waiting for the absolutely definitive result of this check. But I must admit, I felt that his first run and the ball over the top, he was just offside. Casemiro and you see Bono are being called over to talk to the referee. There are lasers being shined into players' faces. I saw it into Weverton's face as Ziyech was coming up to take that free kick a moment ago, and someone's trying to shine it into Casemiro's face. Not very clever, that. This is a very, very, very long check on this potential goal from Vinicius Junior. It's offside, and it's a free kick to Morocco, and I think that's the right decision. And it's closer to looked with the naked eye. He looked about half a pace offside with the naked eye. It was more like half a centimetre, but the goal does not stand. It's 0-0. Again, Bono. Twice now Morocco have dug a hole for themselves, and they're fortunate that Brazil have not made them pay. Here's Ziyech. Picked up by El Canous, who couldn't keep hold of possession, but Brazil have given it back, and now they might be in. El Canous, Boufal on the turn! Sofiane Boufal for Morocco. What a marvellous moment for him, and for the 65,000 predominantly Moroccan supporters in this stadium. Hakim Ziyech with a really positive run forward. That was a poor touch by Ibanez, and they never really got out of trouble. Boufal won the ball back, and then took the return pass, swiveled and directed it low past Weverton, who was wrong-footed completely by the pirouette from Morocco's Sofiane Boufal. On Brazil 0 in Tangiers. Sofiane Boufal's 7th goal for his country. And this electric atmosphere has just been notched up still more. 1-0, the home side lead. Half an hour played. Boufal, the goal scorer. Again for Romain Saiss. I'm feeling there's more goals in this game. El Canous away to Masraoui. Forward to Unahi. It's a free kick to Brazil. And a little bit of nonsense here. Well, you'd never believe that this was a friendly international. Tunisian referee's got a job on. Getting some help from his assistants. It's a frenetic, volatile feeling atmosphere, and both sets of players are getting involved in it. Well, there's a bit of a hug now between Eder Militao and Bila El Kanous, but they weren't hugging earlier. That's what sparked it. Morocco 1, Brazil 0. Alex Telles for Brazil. Rodrigo. So 4 attempts on target in the game in half an hour, one of them into the back of the net and counting, one from Vinicius Junior into the back of the net and not counting. Eder Militao with the forward ball for Brazil. What does Ramon Menezes make of this, the stand-in coach for the Seleção? What does he make of it? Morocco have a game against Peru on Tuesday. Look at the crowd. Lucas Paqueta. Paqueta's forward ball, looking for Vinicius Junior. Bono actually dropped that. Has not had his most secure 33 minutes, the Moroccan goalkeeper. It's a free kick. Lifted away to Emerson. For Ibanez, Casemiro. For Ibanez. Back in, and it's lofted over the top by Rodrigo. That's a big chance. Couldn't control the half volley. He's only ever scored once for Brazil, Rodrigo. This is his 13th appearance. Should have got that on target, really. Blazing it. The home crowd are absolutely loving every second of this. Pretty sure that Ramon Menezes is not. Hussein Mazraoui nearly put Morocco in front before Sofiane Boufal did. Benson Bono to Amrabat. Romain Saïss. Amrabat, Mazraoui. Saïss. Clearing Boufal. Nahi chasing it. Alex Telles is there. Now Eder Militao under pressure from Sofiane Boufal, who just caught him. Not impressed with this challenge. You can see why when you see it in slow motion. Amrabat getting away from the young debutant André Santos, wearing number 8 for Brazil. Signed by Chelsea and then loaned to Vasco da Gama, and they couldn't get him a work permit. This is his international debut. En-Nesyri. Still going, Ziyech forward, Boufal forward. En-Nesyri. Decent cross, chance for Ziyech! Bit wild, Hakim Ziyech. Right, he loved the build-up, rightly so. Ziyech reflects on a real opportunity. Good play by En-Nesyri, carried it a long, long way. Lovely little layoff. What a good game this has been. Amrabat. Boufal. Unahi looking for Cal. Took a deflection, he thinks. Officials don't, this will tell us. Actually, not definitive, really. Did it come off Eder Militao? Yes, it did. Should have been a corner. Vinicius Junior. Free kick. Hakimi just pushed him. He's saying it was shoulder only. I think it was shoulder and a bit of arm. And Vinicius Junior wasn't going to waste the opportunity to go to ground. This was the chance for Hakim Ziyech. Meantime, Brazil free kick at the other end. Ibanez amongst those inside the Moroccan penalty area. Two men in a wall. It's clipped in by Alex Telles, headed away only as far as Vinicius Junior. Lucas Paqueta back in. Lucas Paqueta once more. Rodrigo is there, and it's driven across goal and was blocked importantly. It was En-Nesyri who got himself in the way of it. Real pressure now on the Moroccan goal. And it's Telles with this throw-in for Brazil. Ibanez, Lucas Paqueta. Nicely dinked around the corner, but Alex Telles was caught in the starting blocks, really. 50 years old, Ramon Menezes. He was coach at Vasco. And will, I think, carry on with Brazil's under-20s once a full-time coach is appointed. That's a free kick foul by Boufal. Blocked by En-Nesyri as it was driven in with the outside of the right boot for Brazil by Ronnie. Now Ronnie for Brazil, yellow shirts arriving in the middle. Amrabat was there. Boufal helping it further on its way. And it's Telles collecting and finding Vinicius Junior. That's an attempted goal, I think, and it wasn't that far away. Had Yassine Bono backpedaling for sure. Put it past Vinicius to get that on target from there. Cross or shot, whatever it was, it certainly had Bono worried for a second. Last 5 5 minutes of normal time then in this first half. Highly competitive, very entertaining half it's been so far. Goal scored by Sofiane Boufal for Morocco, just shy of the half-hour mark. 1-0 they lead. Militao, Emerson, Lucas Paqueta, Casemiro, Emerson, Militao, Casemiro. Andres Santos is caught. It's going to be a free kick for the foul by Bilal El Khanous. And it is finally a yellow card. The referee from Tunisia has done everything he can not to show a yellow card. He could have shown several, in all honesty, in this half, but he's not letting that go. It's a yellow card for Bilal El Khanous, the very, very young man in the Moroccan midfield, 18 years old. Very surprised if he scores from there, or even tries to. He didn't. He's curled in towards Ibanez, who couldn't reach it. Well, when you think you may only get one shot at being the coach of Brazil, pick a really inexperienced side against a really strong opponent away from home, you are being brave. And Ramon Menezes was brave with his squad selection. Maybe seeing the bigger, longer-term picture, valuing experience for youngsters over his own record in what's likely to be his only match in charge. Ziyech has won a throw. Inahi, it's a foul by Andres Santos. Inahi. Made the move to Marseille after the World Cup, Azzedine Ounahi. It's a goal kick to Brazil. We're into the 45th and last minute of normal time in the half. Brazil's World Cup one started with that 2-0 win over Serbia. It all looked pretty set fair, really. Serbia and Switzerland were beaten in the first two group games. There was a defeat to Cameroon, which didn't matter too much because they were progressing from the group anyway. Then a big round of 16 victory over Korea Republic. And then it all ended suddenly in a shootout at Education City, as 2 of 4 penalties were missed. Marquinhos and Rodrigo missing from the penalty spot as Croatia went on. Next 10 blocked by Unai. Hakimi. Bilal El Khanous immediately firing it away to Sofiane Boufal, who wasn't quite on the same wavelength and certainly not thinking quite as quickly. There's going to be a minimum of 2 added minutes at the end of the first half, which has been a really good watch. It's been one which has threatened to boil over at times, spurred on by a capacity crowd who are fueled by enthusiasm. Challenged by Boufal on Emerson. Rodrigo back to Emerson. Eder Militao under pressure from En-Nesyri. He got out of a real hole there, Eder Militao. It's a Brazilian throw-in. Ibanez, Lucas Paqueta, Andres Santos around the corner, but Morocco can launch what will be the last attack of the first half. Azzedine Ounahi onto Hakim Ziyech, looking for Ounahi, finding Ounahi. Ounahi's ball is good, Boufal completely mishit it. Casemiro forward to Vinicius Junior. Amrabat hurled himself into that. It's going to be a free kick to Brazil. It was a really poor challenge, and Vinicius Junior is saying, and I'm not surprised, it should be a yellow card for Sofiane Amrabat. The way he approached that challenge, he dived into it with studs raised. This was the brilliant bit of play at the other end. Ounahi looking for Boufal. It was a bobble. It was a big bobble that did for Sofiane Boufal there. But Amrabat is booked, and rightly so, for what was a poor challenge on Vinicius Junior. It's two in the book now for Morocco, Amrabat and El Khanous. This will be the last chance of the first half. Alex Telles with the free kick for Brazil. Handed away as far as Hakim Ziyech. And the referee from Tunisia blows his whistle. It's been a high-octane first 45 minutes this, and Morocco lead it by 1-0. A goal scored by Sofiane Boufal for the World Cup semi-finalists in what's been a really, really outstanding first 45 minutes. Vinicius Junior had a goal rightly disallowed for a very tight offside call. Really good stuff. Half-time, Morocco 1, Brazil 0. Commentary will restart in 10 seconds. Welcome back to the Grand Stade de Tanger, also known as the Ibn Battuta Stadium, named after a 14th century scholar and explorer. Well, Morocco are certainly in new territory as one of the sides to be feared in world football, and here they are leading the five-time World Cup winners Brazil by 1-0 at the break in this, their first match back on home turf since their Qatar adventure. And a lively one it's been in the first half as well. Maybe that lead is slightly fortuitous. They played some good stuff, it was a good goal, but they've also been defensively a little bit problematic at times. Vinicius Junior with the goal ruled out on a close VAR offside call. But our Tunisian referee is ready to get underway. 2 yellow cards, remember, in the first half. It was feisty. Bilal El Khanous and Sofiane Amrabat of Morocco both booked. no half-time changes from either manager yet, Walid Regragui of Morocco or Ramon Menezes of Brazil. And the officials get the second period underway with the visitors, Brazil, kicking from left to right, trailing the red-shirted Moroccans by 1-0. It's Eder Militao with the forward ball to André Santos, blocked by Sofiane Amrabat, and it's a throw into Brazil. Forward by Eder Militao. Lucas Paqueta with the forward ball, didn't find Rodrigo. Hakimi to Unahi, and that's a foul on Unahi after the ball had gone. Might be a first Brazilian yellow card here, possibly, for that foul on Unahi in the opening seconds of the second period. No free kick, just no yellow card, just a free kick. Yacine Bono. Again. Field from Hakimi to Unahi. Ashraf Hakimi. Lucas Paqueta was wrong-footed by Hakimi. Here's Unahi. Back into Ashraf Hakimi, well blocked, and then driven and sliced a bit by Ziyech, in all honesty, on his left foot. They look like a side who are enjoying themselves, enjoying this newfound status, Morocco. African champions in 1976. World Cup semi-finalists in 2022. That was their 6th World Cup finals. Here's Vinicius Junior, driven in and hit En-Nesyri. André Santos forward, great hit! Oh, what a super save! Rodrigo denied by Yacine Bono's athletic hurl to his right-hand side to tip that round the post. It's an outstanding and instinctive piece of goalkeeping to deny Rodrigo, who hit that beautifully. Brazilian corner. Rodrigo himself is going to take it. En-Nesyri. Hit Ronnie and went behind for a goal kick. International debut for Brazil at the age of 27, quite a night for him. Hoping he gets a sight of goal. He hasn't really had one yet, in all honesty. Houssem Mazraoui of Bayern Munich to Sofiane Amrabat. Mazraoui again. Boufal goes down, the referee does stop play. Decision which elicits a angry response from Emerson, who thought for a moment, I think, about protesting to the referee, and then decided that he'd better keep his mouth shut. Hakimi, Eder Militao to Lucas Paqueta, Roger Ibanez. Ziyech stuck a foot in, and the referee's assistant put his flag up for a foul. And here goes Vinicius Junior. Hakimi. Nicely played. Unahi now. Canus. Mazraoui. Boufal. Nicely done. Mazraoui's cross was cut out pretty comfortably by Eder Militao. Emerson with the clearance. Amrabat, beautifully done to get away from Rodrigo. Ziyech cutting inside. His shot hit Alex Telles and rebounds and goes all the way away to Rodrigo. Casemiro. by Masraoui. Boufal. Romain Saiz. Ziyech, they've got a great right hook down this side. Ziyech and Hakimi linking up again. Well tracked by Lucas Paqueta. It's a terrific arena. It's one of the venues in the 2022 Club World Cup. This stadium, won by Real Madrid, the Real Madrid of Vinicius Junior and Rodrigo and Eder Militao. Emerson. It's careless. Misunderstanding between Ibanez and Alex Tellez. Moroccan substitute is afoot. Yahya Atiad Allah is going to come on, a man who played a big part in the World Cup finals as injury and suspension took its toll on Moroccan defenders. They really had to improvise at times. Achraf Hakimi is the man who's coming off. To a hero's ovation. So Hakimi off. Yahya Atiad Allah comes on. Big hug for Hakimi as the 28-year-old fullback comes on. Atiad Allah has gone into the left-back position. I think Masraoui will now play right back. There's Amrabat though. Good run by Amrabat, that's a foul. And a yellow card. No attempt to play the ball from Ronnie. And into the book he goes. This was a great save. What a super stop that is. Brilliantly hit by Rodrigo. Here's Aguerd, a club teammate of Lucas Paqueta at West Ham. That's forward to Masraoui. In this area in the middle. Bilal El Kanous taken away from him by a retreating Andre Santos. Lucas Paqueta has it taken away from him by Masraoui. Driven once by En-Nesyri into Andre Santos, it comes straight back to him. And now Unahi hit it. Weverton treated that with respect and it deserved it. Super hit by Azzedine Unahi. Of the yellow card. Casemiro for Brazil. It's a free kick fouled by Amrabat. Great strike by Azzedine Unahi. It's pretty much straight at Weverton in the Brazil goal, but he's still treats it with extreme caution. Aguerd. forward. You see he hadn't made the run, he just stopped his run actually. Now Vinicius Junior, again across. Vinicius Junior did really well to find the space to get a cross in. Wasn't really anticipated by Ronnie or Rodrigo in the middle. Casemiro, Vinicius Junior, awkward bounce, got it under control now. Shot hit Amrabat. Alcanus with a clever ball into Ziyech. Ziyech with an expansive one which was cut out by Eder Militao. Otherwise En-Nesyri was running in behind. Lucas Paqueta. Andre Santos. It's Brazil. Vinicius Junior able to stop and turn and change direction so quickly. Now forget is there for Morocco, and it's Tellers to collect. Brazil don't have too much experience on their substitutes bench as Emerson comes forward. Andre Santos should hit again. Here's the chance. Well, Ronnie tried to hit it carefully, did get it on target. Blocked in front of the goal by Romain Saiz. Fell for Ronnie this somewhat fortuitously. He went for precision, good block. Brazil corner, Rodrigo to take. Asking a few questions now of Yassine Bono and his defenders. Rodrigo's corner kick. Unahi forward to Ziyech. Lost the ball. Unahi thought he was fouled as they were trying to bring that away by Andre Santos. Alcanus stretching to win it back, and here's Ronnie. See, he didn't agree with that decision. It's going to be a Moroccan throw. That's the hit from Unahi. He's moving a little bit. This was Vinicius Junior at the other end, putting it right across goal. Sliding, Ronnie couldn't reach it. Here is Vinicius Junior weaving his way through. Romain Saiz across. Brazil have another corner, and you just get a feeling at the moment that Brazil are looking increasingly dominant now and increasingly likely to crack this Moroccan resistance. This is maybe their best spell of the game. Another corner. Rodrigo again the man to take it. In it goes. Up go the heads. It's flicked on by Ibanez, and Lucas Paqueta couldn't find a way through his clubmate Aguerd. Emerson's throw. Eder Militao was fouled by En-Nesyri. Been the easiest one to referee, has it? And from Romain Saiz. And another. And Saiz brilliantly on the turn to hook it away from Ronnie. Tremendous defending by Romain Saiz. It's brilliantly done. job under some pressure. Played an hour. Morocco still lead by that Sofiane Boufal goal scored in the 29th minute. Rodrigo for Vinicius Junior. Hooked back in. Lucas Paqueta didn't get anything like the connection he was looking for. It's a real chance that for Lucas Paqueta. And he howls in frustration. Came that in quickly, but not quite that quickly. Anthony is going to be on soon for Brazil, as is Rafael Veiga of Palmeiras, who will be making an international debut, much like his clubmate Ronnie, and at the same age. He's also 27. Anthony is probably pretty much the senior figure of the outfield players on the Brazilian bench. As Rodrigo is fouled, the free kick is taken. André Santos trying to get through, no foul. Canu's forward. Tackle by Roger Ibanez. Now Ziyech, and another tackle by Ibanez, and a foul by Ibanez on Hakim Ziyech. So instructions for those about to enter the fray. Vitor Roque, young 18-year-old, is also going to make an international debut. So it's certainly going to be a double change and possibly a triple change. Vitor Roque, wearing number 19, is a centre forward. As Brazil come forward and find Emerson. Emerson unselfishly with a clip ball away to the far side, and André Santos and now a chance for Brazil to make the changes. So Anthony is coming on for Brazil, as is Vitor Roque. Also going to make some changes. Rafael Veiga is the third Brazilian who's going to be coming on, but first off comes Bilal El Khanous and on comes Imran Louza. El Khanous on a yellow card, you may remember, which is possibly significant as to one of the reasons why he's coming off. And Azzedine Ounahi is replaced by Abdelhamid Sabiri. So Ronnie's international debut is over. Anthony is on. Who's next to make way? Rodrigo is going to come off. Vitor Roque for him, and André Santos is replaced by Rafael Veiga. So more international debuts, Rafael Veiga and Vitor Roque making their bows for Brazil. Anthony coming on as well, winning his 16th cap, and here he is. So that was Vitor Roque for Rodrigo, Anthony for Ronnie, Rafael Veiga for André Santos, the Brazilian changes, Imran Louza for Bilal El Khanous and Abdelhamid Sabiri for Azzedine Ounahi for Morocco. 25 minutes to play. Morocco lead by a goal to nil, scored by Sofiane Boufal. Would be a real feather in their caps to beat Brazil, albeit not a full-strength Brazil. It's still the yellow jerseys and blue shorts and white socks of the 5-time World Cup winners. with the throw-in for Morocco. Cleared away by Romain Saiz with a bit of help from Naya Faguet. Ball is still in play. Roger Ibanez back to Weatherton. It's only his 10th cap. Weatherton, at the age of 35, been around a long time but doesn't play all that often. Lucas Paqueta. Emerson. Lucas Paqueta, can see what he was trying to do, but so could Romain Saiz. Here's Anthony. Big Amrabat on the hand. Referee, I think, thought about giving a free kick, but Brazil have the ball and Lucas Paqueta sends it wide. Oh, error! And Casemiro has equalised for Brazil. The goalkeeper's had a shocker. Casemiro's goal for Brazil on the occasion of his 70th international. He scores his 7th international